Cedar Point is an amusement park that is home to 17 roller coasters, visited by more than 3 million guests each summer, and is the seasonal home for 3,000 employees. It is located on Lake Erie in Sandusky, Ohio. You're probably wondering where Cedar Point is located. Cedar Point is in the state of Ohio, in the town of Sandusky. Other cities in the United States nearby that you may recognize are Chicago, New York City, and Washington, D.C. The state of Ohio has a varying climate. It can be as chilly as 10 degrees Celsius in May and as hot as 40 degrees in July and August. The average temperature in the summer is about 27 degrees. Many jobs at Cedar Point require working outside in the sun with exposure to heat and humidity, so it's important to wear sunscreen and drink water. Cedar Point is also home to Soak City, a water park that is open from late May through early September, so there's a possibility you might work there. Soak City connects to Cedar Point. You will earn $7.70 per hour and will be paid every 2 weeks. Your work schedule and hours will vary depending on your job. Some weeks you may work less, some weeks more. This depends on factors like guest attendance and the weather. Cedar Point performs random drug testing and pre-employment drug screening for safety-sensitive positions, such as a lifeguard, ride host, or traffic host. Cedar Point provides free uniforms. You can pick them up from wardrobe. You can also get your uniforms washed there. There is free internet access and wireless internet hotspots in many housing common areas, including the rec center. As an employee, you will receive free admission to Cedar Point and Soak City. We also have several employees' activities programs, such as employee ride nights, movie nights with free French fries, karaoke nights, and bus trips to places like Chicago, Niagara Falls, outlet shopping malls, New York City, and Washington, D.C. If you happen to get sick while you're at Cedar Point, it's good to know that we have 2 first aid stations and a low-cost medical clinic with a doctor that comes in every week. You can payroll deduct any medical costs from the clinic. For your convenience, representatives from the Social Security office come directly to Cedar Point to fill out Social Security card applications. Many local area businesses in Sandusky offer employee discounts. For male employees, your hair must be no longer than your collar and cannot be any extreme colors. Shaven patterns in your hair are not allowed. You must be clean shaven at all times. You can have a mustache, but it cannot extend below your lips. No makeup or nail polish is permitted. You are also not allowed to wear earrings. For female employees, your hair cannot be multicolored and must be tied back if necessary. You should wear natural-looking makeup and are allowed to wear 2 earrings in the lower ear only. No extreme nail polish or dangling jewelry is allowed. No Cedar Point employees are allowed to have tattoos on their hands, neck, face, or head. Any other visible tattoos must be covered, and no visible body branding or scarring is permitted. You can wear jewelry as long as it is conservative, and no gauging or facial piercings are allowed at any time. Since you will be working with guests daily, it is important to bathe every day and wear deodorant. Cedar Point offers housing to all international employees. All housing is based on availability, and your deposit and rent will be discussed before you arrive. The Commons dorms open in late April. It is a dorm-style living area where most of the Cedar Point employees live. It has air conditioning. You may have 2 to 3 roommates if you live at the Commons dorms. The Commons apartments open in early April, and they have separate rooms with 2 to 3 roommates per room and have a common living area. They also have air conditioning. The Bayside apartments are open year-round and have limited availability. You will have several roommates in your room with a common living area. The Cedar Storms are the male dormitories on Cedar Point property, or On Point as we call it. They open in late May and do not have air conditioning. The Gold's dorms are the female dormitories on Point. They also open in late May and do not have air conditioning. When checking into Cedar Point employee housing, you will be required to pay a $100 deposit. Employee housing is supervised 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are required to check in at all times by showing your Cedar Point employee ID. All housing is on-site at Cedar Point. Your rent is payroll deducted directly from each paycheck. There are laundry facilities available. It costs $5 to open a laundry card, $1.25 to wash your clothes, and an additional $1.25 to dry your clothes. Transportation is provided at Cedar Point. There is a free shuttle that will take you to and from work and also to local shopping areas. You will receive a bus schedule when you arrive. Most employee housing rooms do not have cooking facilities, but there are microwaves located in the lobbies of all dormitories. Most employees eat at the cafeteria. There are inexpensive meals offered there that cost between $3 and $5. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are offered there. The Common Store opens in mid-May. You can buy all sorts of things here, including food, medicine, and more. Cedar Point also has an employee rec center. You will get your mail here. There is free internet access and computers to use. There is also a pool table and table tennis. We have a flat screen TV, and we also have Subway, which is a sandwich shop. We have lots of special events here as well. In your free time, you can participate in after-hours activities programs that are open to all employees. We have free picnics and barbecues. We also hold employee services activities which are held almost every night of the week, which include ride nights and bus trips. Once you've decided to come to Cedar Point, you will want to bring bath towels, an alarm clock, a watch, shower shoes, and a jacket for cool weather. You can also bring your own bed linens for a single-size bed, but there are some available for purchase at the Common Store or the local stores in Sandusky. As far as your uniform goes, you can bring shoes with you, or you can buy them at Wardrobe. If you want to bring your own shoes, bring white athletic shoes or black shoes if you're a food host. You will also need a belt, but you can buy one at Wardrobe if you don't bring one with you. Cedar Point is a great summer job. You will have an opportunity to make friends from all over the world. We hope to see you this upcoming summer.